So then, ladies and gentlemen, that is another week of football done. Another week of the Premier League. Chelsea, obviously, they did beat Brentford 2-1. I thought that they played all right, but not as well as they have in previous games. But this I see being a close title race between Liverpool and Chelsea. And if I was to back one, I'd back Liverpool, just because not only whether you're a Liverpool fan or not, they also have more recent trophy history and a better record winning trophies than Chelsea. But Chelsea should be in the title race because they've spent so much money. But they're also in a title race because Man City and Arsenal have dropped off a bit. Arsenal, I wouldn't say, I would personally say that they are out of a title race, but Arsenal fans would say that they're still in it, which obviously they still kind of are, but Arsenal are not going to win every game they have left. You know, they had a bad draw against Everton where the stats were disgusting. They were heavily in Arsenal's favour, but they just couldn't score from a set piece. But another thing I'd like to touch on with Arsenal is AFTV stuff. For the most part, AFTV are funny, but also very deluded in terms of their opinions towards other clubs besides Arsenal. And then everyone's seen them at the weekend celebrating the red card that Andy Robertson got when they were drawing with Everton at home. I just thought it was a little bit weird to be celebrating a red card the way that they celebrated a red card, like they'd won, like they'd just gone 10 points clear at the top of the Prem. They were celebrating it like it was the changing point in the season for them. And realistically, they should have been focusing on their own game because they got the same amount of points and the Liverpool players showed so much more than the Arsenal players. 10-man Liverpool to get a draw from a goal behind after your left back gets sent off in the 17th minute is incredibly hard to do. But honestly, I was really happy with the Liverpool performance. I've already covered the ratings in a previous video, but this main video focus was just talk about Chelsea and where they're at. Chelsea, I would put as like the main rivals with us at the minute. They've got a good spell of games coming up where they could pick up some points, but Fulham is along that list. So, and I don't think they played amazing against Brentford. So I feel like Fulham may be able to get a win or a draw out of that game. I'd probably put Fulham to win that game, to be quite honest, because Fulham are such a good team. And in terms of Liverpool's next fixtures, I haven't had a look yet, but I don't think they're too bad for the next few weeks. I think we've got some tough-ish games and then some easy games in there as well. And then obviously we got our Champions League game, which we're already in the top 8. We don't really need to win it, but we're keeping that unbeaten record, hopefully. And we're going in to win it as if we aren't qualified yet, which is why I'm liking how Arne Slot's playing a lot, because he's not just going for the minimum, he's going for the maximum he can get out of this team. Jota is back, which is great. I did talk in previous video about playing Núñez on the wing. He plays Núñez on the wing and he assists Jota because he's in the right place at the right time and he's got the technical ability to get the ball to Jota from that side. For me, he's just an out-and-out left winger, not a striker. And I feel like if we start to see Núñez in that light, he will start to become a much better player. But feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're nearly at 20. And I will see everyone in the next one. One thing I did forget to touch on while I was editing this video was the Manchester derby. Overall, I thought that neither team played that well. But according to the statistics, United should have won it. But I was watching it, and it felt like City should have won. But it was exactly how everyone thought. It was two underperforming teams going at each other, but United did really well to nick the 3 points. They need to try and keep Ahmad at all costs because he's evidently their best player at the minute. When I saw them subbing on Anthony, I thought City are going to win this game. But City are in a really bad crisis in terms of how losing Rodri can alter a team so much is insane. To be fair, like Gundogan's come back, he's been awful. He hasn't been awful, but he's not been even close to the player he was before he went to Barca. De Bruyne's off it a bit. He's getting on a bit now. I reckon he'll go to Saudi at the end of the season. Pep signed another 2-year contract. I bet you any money he's regretting that now. But yeah, overall, I thought it would have ended in a draw, but 2 bad mistakes by City led to the goals. So, listen, United fans will be ecstatic with that win, but at the end of the day, it's took them from like 13th to 12th. They're still miles away from where they need to be, and then doing average in the Europa League. I'd say if they don't win the Europa League, it's a horrific season for United because they're just so low down under people like actual decent mid-table Premier League teams like Fulham. Like Fulham would probably run rings around United when they play United, but in my opinion. But feel free to leave yours down below and I'll catch everyone in the next one.